How competitive is the South African soybean industry? South African soy farmers compete on the international agricultural market against the biggest producers like America, Argentina and Brazil. In relation to these countries, who have since 1997 increased their annual yields by about 1.5% per year, South Africa is falling behind in terms of yield per hectare. Despite this, there is a growing demand for soybean production.
The soybean industry in South Africa plays a critical role for future growth in the industry. We have seen rapid growth in the area planted over the last 5 years. We are currently estimating that close to 800,000 hectares are being planted. This is a rapid increase from just over 200,000 hectares about 5 years ago, and we are projecting at BFAP that we'll exceed 1 million hectares over the next 5 to 10 years.
Despite the growing rate of production, South Africa is still not meeting the local demand for soybeans. The single biggest yield reduction factor that is stunting the industry is inferior seed technology.
We've had the same germplasm over the last 20 years. As a result of farm-saved seed, farmers buy seed once every 3 to 4 years. While that is within a farmer's right, both through national law and international law, it prevents us from selling seed on a continuous basis, which has reduced our R&D investment.
To bridge the yield gap between South Africa and market leaders internationally, we needed to encourage research and development in seed technology. This has led to the implementation of a breeding and technology statutory levy, whereby an agreed levy is paid on the first sale of every ton of soybeans.
The soybean levy is a long-awaited levy for the seed industry and offers us an opportunity to use that levy to reinvest into breeding programs to ensure that we can offer the farmers new varieties, making the farmer globally competitive, offering them higher yields and taking them out of the current production levels that we have at the moment.
This levy is collected and managed by the South African Cultivar and Technology Agency, or SACTA.
SACTA is a non-profit company which was specifically formed to do the administration of the statutory levy for breeding and technology. Due to the fact that it is a statutory levy, there are specific requirements. So 20% of the levy is used for transformation, a very small portion is used for administration, and the bulk of the levy is really divided amongst the companies according to their market share, which is then used for breeding and technology by the companies.
For the international and local seed companies, the levy provides an assurance that they will earn a return on investment for introducing new cultivars to South Africa. Better genetics ensure better yield, better pest and disease resistance and chemical integration. Not only will the levy attract international seed companies to invest in South Africa, but it will also have massive local benefits if we succeed in increasing our yields.
If we don't increase our yield, basically means that we will remain a net importer of soya. When we are a net importer of soya, we use our resources to import soya or to pay other producers around the world. However, if we can turn the situation around and be a net exporter, the implication is that demand that is growing not only in South Africa but around the world, it basically means that we'll start earning foreign revenue. Not only the foreign revenue for that sake, but the processing of soya into cake implies furthermore that there will be people employed in those factories and throughout the value chain. So it has job implication furthermore with also the revenue generation.
With this levy, the opportunity now exists for South Africa to successfully and sustainably meet our own demand.
Bringing in the new varieties and new technology offers farmers the competitiveness. We would most likely see, after this levy is introduced, new varieties coming into the system within 2 to 3 years. Under normal circumstances, breeding a new variety from scratch could take up to 15 years.
SACTA's expectation of soybean production in South Africa is very positive. We have a lot more production capacity. Farmers are positive about soybeans, And we think that with the statutory levy, new cultivars and new biotechnology can be developed and brought to South Africa.